Here we go. Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. I'm the Gray Strega, and I'm here to give you your reading for Thursday, March 30th. What do we have coming through in the cards for today? The first card coming through is a transverse Nine of Cups. So there is something coming through right now that is putting some attention or concern or care over or around your own feelings of self-worth today. Today may be starting with a bit of hairy energy. Something has you in a bit of a place where you're feeling a little bit ambivalent, or maybe even questioning your own sense of value or what it is that you are bringing to the table. Not a big fan of this energy today, but let's see if we can get more clarity. I do have a hard card to start with. Next card we are coming through with right now, though, is I do like this. We have here a Five of Pentacles in its reversal. So one of the things that we're seeing right now, and I do feel like this is almost like something coming through as a degree or level of support, you are having some moment of uncertainty about your questioning your own self, questioning what you're potentially bringing to the table. But at the same time, there is this perspective opportunity that we see coming towards you right now, with a feeling of support and security being represented in the Five of Pentacles in its reversal. So what we're almost seeing right here is some kind of abandonment wound being triggered, even as some support or stability is coming towards you, with some anxiety about whether you are feeling fully equipped to be able to embody and embrace this new level of security that you're experiencing. Continuing to see, it wasn't so bad once we got the other card. So continuing to get clarity on these cards right now. The next card that we are seeing is, wow, this is really intriguing. Knight of Pentacles. So as I just said, you are experiencing a moment of doubt in oneself, but not necessarily because of a lack of opportunity, but more the fact that there is something foundational and secure coming towards you right now. And it's something about witnessing this situation or circumstance, seeing here a tangible offer, which could feel a bit different depending on whether you align to feminine or masculine energy, bearing in mind that this is not based on gender, but what you feel most aligned to. For feminine, this is coming forward right now with some stable, secure offer or opportunity coming towards you in a very stable fashion right now, that is leading to this moment of uncertainty or vulnerability being struck. Also giving clarity to that Star in its reversal that we received today as the card of the day. While for masculine, this could be a moment that you are gathering together yourself to come forward with an offer, and something here is getting triggered even as you do so about whether this offer will be received or whether it will be good enough to a certain degree. Continuing to get clarification on these cards right now. The next card we are seeing is a King of Wands in its reversal, bearing in mind that this is going to feel a little bit different depending on whether you align to feminine or masculine energy, bearing in mind that that is not based on gender, but what you feel most aligned to. For feminine right now, there is a moment coming through that is creating this point of uncertainty around you, between an offer coming towards you with some stability, with security, but also experiencing potential anxiety that may have been triggered around an outside energy that you have experienced and are still somewhat is in your zone of manifestation, with a King of Wands in its reversal. So this is a moment right now for feminine, while an abandonment wound is being triggered, even in the midst of something stable and supportive coming through. Because even while the feminine is looking at these stable, supportive offers coming through, there is still some concentration and thought towards a masculine representation that they have experienced or continue to experience that has come forward in less positive or trustworthy fashion, that may have come forward from a place of manipulation, of lack of clarity, of feelings of not necessarily coming forward and only serving their own best interests. And this is creating this moment of uncertainty between the offers coming forward and hoping that these are coming forward in the stable fashion, but also being triggered to these situations and circumstances that made you feel so nervous and anxious in the private, that triggered the abandonment wounds in the first place. While for masculine right now, there is a moment where you are feeling potentially a moment of instability as it relates to the offer that you are trying to put forward, wondering if it is going to be good enough or how it is going to be received, and feeling this moment of a bit of lack of control as it relates to your ability to plan or to communicate around this, even as you're trying to come forward with this offer, potentially based on some of the anxiety you feel with this 9 of Cups in its transverse. Abandonment wound being triggered here as well. Anxieties around rejection. Continuing with our final card in the first 5 card before we get clarification, we are coming through right now with an Empress energy. We love seeing this card. I love seeing this card because even while we see that there is this moment for feminine, while they are feeling a point of doubting in oneself, we are seeing that ultimately this is bringing feminine into a space where they are not chasing. They are understanding that they are trying to attract towards them right now the energy that is meant for them. And they understand here as well that feminine is moving into a space of really opening their heart space, coming from their heart center, allowing themselves to attract those energies that are truly allowing themselves to be seen and recognize them as such. And recognizing that as long as feminine moves forward in this direction of Empress, it is going to help them identify those energies that are coming through right now in a consistent, stable fashion versus the ones that they may have experienced that have been more manipulative, more controlling, more damaging, more based on false truths or false narratives and what serves their own purposes. While for masculine right now, we see here that there is a lot of trepidation potentially coming forward with this offer and some anxieties around communication or feeling some communication blocks around the object of your desire. Continuing to get clarification right now on these points. Clarification between our 9 of Cups in its transverse and a 5 of Pentacles in its reversal. So feeling a moment right now of uncertainty as it relates to your own levels of self-worth or what you bring to the table as we go through something that feels very akin to an abandonment wound or addressing an abandonment wound. 1 card clarification. This is leading to some isolating energy coming through today with this Hermit. This feeling of going inwards as you try to address some of this abandonment wound that's being triggered by your own doubts in the self. But we're also seeing here that this is a positive moment of isolation, this moment of self-reflection to lead you to a higher point of insight. Continuing to get clarification on these cards right now, clarification between the 5 of Pentacles in its reversal in combination with the Knight of Pentacles. So experiencing a moment right now that is potentially triggering an abandonment wound or some anxieties around abandonment, even in the face for feminine right now of stable offers and opportunities potentially coming towards you right now in the manifestation of a masculine energy. While for masculine right now, this could be you having to experience and face some anxieties around an abandonment wound or rejection, even as you are trying to come forward with this stable offer. May I please get 1 card to clarify? Doesn't want to come out. Clarification coming right now with the 7 of Pentacles in its reversal. So there is a feeling of anxiety here. There is a feeling of time being of the essence, of feeling like time is up, of trying to move forward, trying to put something together sooner rather than later, and also potentially looking at situations or scenarios that are not yielding the ideal results for your time and energy, and potentially making the choice to pull your energy back. For masculine, why? It's because they're feeling like their time is now and they can't wait on this. They need to come forward in this way to, or potentially, for the opportunity of like finding this place where the security is going to be created. While for feminine right now, this could be feeling some level or degree of impatience around an offer or opportunity with a stable masculine that feels very slow, as this is the slowest Knight in the deck, and at the same time having to counteract some abandonment wounds coming through because of the slowness of this, even though it seems pretty stable. Continuing to get clarification between these cards right now, clarification between our Knight of Pentacles and our King of Wands in its reversal. So really right now for feminine, having a lot of thought and concentration, potentially even around two very different manifestations of masculine. One manifestation coming towards you right now with solid, stable, grounded offers versus other masculine energy that was coming towards you right now with either a lack of communication or non-positive or non-helpful communication, maybe even feeling a lot of manipulative energy around this. Your thoughts and attention paid towards both of these. While for masculine right now, this is a moment where you are trying to potentially put together an offer, even feeling like there is some limitation or blockage that you're having about your plans going forward or about how you can communicate around this, even in the midst of trying to come forward with this offer. May I please get one card to clarify? Clarification coming through with the Queen of Pentacles in its reversal. Going to feel a little bit different depending on whether you align to feminine or masculine energy. For masculine energy right now, there is a moment where you are potentially trying to come forward with an offer, but also feeling to a certain degree or capacity a little uncertain on how to communicate right now. Specifically, and this may even have to do with, again, more than one manifestation of feminine energy around the masculine energy, a lot of concentration or thought around a feminine that you may not necessarily feel is being as stable and supportive at this time. And there's something about trying to come forward towards this feminine energy, or feeling like there's some anxiety around what you're trying to do around this feminine energy because you are having some uncertainty about the supportive system environment that they're effectively permitting, or even if they're going to accept what we're really seeing here, some anxiety about whether that feminine energy is going to accept this offer or not. While for feminine energy right now, this is a moment of feeling some level of instability in one's own security right now that is potentially being triggered not just by the fact that you have a stable offer here coming forward with a masculine manifestation, but that there's still a lot of experiences that you're experiencing or being weighed down upon around masculine energy that has not necessarily served that highest purpose and has put you in a place of feeling unstable, even as a stabilizing energy is coming forward. Continuing to get clarification on these cards right now between a King of Wands in its reversal in combination with an Empress. So masculine right now having a lot of direction right now towards a feminine that they are seeking as their heart's desire, but feeling a limitation or block in being able to communicate or be received by them. While for feminine right now, this is a moment of coming into your own power, recognizing your own degree of attraction, of manifesting those things that are meant for you towards you, and potentially rejecting some, or with some mindset towards a manifestation of masculine that has not necessarily been communicating to the degree or capacity that you would ideally want them to, or specifically was one that was kind of communicating in a more like non-positive or manipulative fashion, but almost coming into your power despite that circumstance or energy. May I please get one card to clarify? Clarification coming right now with the Sun. Thank you so much for the gift. What we're really seeing right now is that for masculine or feminine energy, even despite some of these anxieties between them, there is a lot of direction right now or intentionality, drive in terms of moving towards their joy. For feminine, this could be even in the face of a masculine right now that they are feeling some disruption point from, or they've experienced this point from, not letting this stop them from coming into their power and moving into their joy. While for masculine energy right now, there is this potential feeling of blockage from an Empress energy, but not letting this necessarily get their hopes down, trying to move in the direction that's going to lead to the best positive outcome and seeking their own positive energy, potentially to get their own confidence up to a certain degree for when they can communicate. Continuing to get clarification on these cards right now, clarification between the Hermit card in combination with the Seven of Pentacles in its reversal. Having a moment right now of going inwards, doing this inner work, allowing yourself to have this isolated time, specifically to pay attention to the fact that you feel like time is drawing near to make some decisions, to pull your energy back from some situations, not wanting to kind of wait on things that are not yielding to you the fruit or the results that you are ideally hoping and aspiring for. May I please have one card to clarify? Clarification coming right now as it relates to communication blocks. I've been saying it all week. This is a moment where if someone is not communicating, energy is just pulling it back. They're not willing to wait right now, because what's being identified right now with this Hermit energy is that the energy that is not communicating is simply being considered a place that is not leading to a desired, productive, consistent outcome. And that is almost where this choice to go inward as opposed to continue to pour time and energy into it is truly coming from. Continuing to get clarity on these cards right now, clarification between our Seven of Pentacles in combination with the Queen of Pentacles in its reversal. So for feminine specifically, there's a moment where you are identifying or looking at a lot of places where you may have poured a lot of time and energy in the past and feeling the frustration of not necessarily getting back what you feel that you were putting in kind, and this creating a moment of instability or uncertainty for you as it relates to your plans going forward. While for masculine, this is feeling right now that there is this moment of pulling back your time and energy, potentially from a feminine energy that you do not feel was coming forward to the degree of stability that you would ideally anticipate or like to see in this energy. May I please get one card to clarify? Wow. So a bit different for feminine or masculine energy. For feminine energy right now, there is an understanding or recognition right now that any energy that isn't necessarily coming forward to the degree that they would ideally like and is creating this point of making them feel unstable is just coming through right now as a manifestation of masculine, that they do not feel it can stand in their integrity. That may even be like not like there's something that putting a lot of attention and looking at this energy and just recognizing it as an energy that cannot necessarily be relied upon or cannot necessarily be consistent, or may even like be moving in a way that they seem like intimidated from making a connection point with this feminine energy. While for masculine energy right now, this is coming through as a moment of doubt and uncertainty, specifically directed towards a manifestation of feminine that they don't see is potentially in a spot as stable as they would ideally desire them to be. And this is a moment that, again, they're kind of calling their energy back to a certain extent as they're feeling this moment of limitation or blockage. Continuing to get clarification right now between our Queen of Pentacles in its reversal in combination with the Sun. Having a moment right now for feminine where even as you're moving through this moment of concerns around material stability or feeling some kind of instability in your own life and groundedness today, but also moving very directionally towards what brings you your highest joy. While for masculine right now, there is some kind of recognition or attention being paid to a feminine who you feel is creating some point of instability either in your own life or you recognize it in theirs, but still moving forward to a degree towards your own joy right now. May I please get one card to clarify? We've got two cards coming through here. And this is very intriguing energy because we are seeing here with the Five of Swords and the Knight of Swords that this is actually the activation point, that there's almost something here, particularly for the masculine energy, that is requiring a point of resolution, desiring some sort of resolution around a circumstance or situation, potentially around a feminine energy that you feel is created this moment of instability or has this moment of stability, insecurity around them. And we see that it's this desire for resolution that is really driving you forward right now, be it internal resolution in the self or external resolution with this energy. While for feminine energy right now, what we're truly seeing is this is a moment where you are working towards creating a sense of resolution within yourself or externally without yourself right now, because we see here that there is energy coming towards you in a very fast, rapid fashion right now with the Knight of Swords, and it's this energy coming towards you that is requiring or making you desire to create this moment of resolution, even as you're feeling some uncertainty on how to do so. Continuing to get clarification on these cards right now, clarification between a Two of Wands in its reversal in combination with a King of Swords in its reversal. So truly here, having a moment that feels like there is some block as it relates to the plans going forward. For feminine energy right now, this could be feeling some communication blocks or some planning blocks, and feeling the frustration of a masculine energy that is not stepping forward to a degree to help you get this clarification. While for masculine right now, this could be a moment of uncertainty in the self that is creating this moment of blockage as it relates to building these plans or communicating to the degree and capacity that you would ideally desire to. May I please get one card to clarify? Clarification coming right now with our Queen of Swords stepping in to save the day. So this is really a moment where, again, feminine is taking it in their own hands. If feminine is potentially feeling some kind of blockage in communication around a masculine that isn't being clear in terms of what the plans are and when they're going to kind of be around or seeing them or having these communication issues, feminine stepping into their power and kind of saying, I'm going to do it myself, right? Which would give a lot of indications to this Hermit energy that we're seeing. While for masculine energy right now, this could be feeling like a bit of an intimidation moment of feeling a struggle right now or an inability to communicate towards a feminine that you feel is really in their power as it relates to their own confidence, as it relates to their own sense of self. And there's something about this feminine energy standing in their power that is creating almost an intimidation moment and making it hard for you to communicate with this energy, or feeling like you're blocked to some degree from communicating with this energy. Continuing to get clarification on these cards right now. Clarification between our Knight, our King of Swords, so much sword energy here, in combination with the Knight of Swords and the Five of Swords. So a masculine energy right now that is potentially feeling uncertain and disempowered. But the one thing that they know that they want to drive forward with in this place is coming to some form of resolution around a situation or circumstance that they feel is a conflict that is outstanding. While for feminine energy right now, this is a moment of trying to build some point of resolution, either for yourself or outside yourself, around an energy of masculine that you do not feel has shown their integrity and is not standing in their power or confidence in the midst of new energy coming towards you in a very fast degree and fashion. May I please get one card to clarify? Clarification coming right now with an Emperor in its reversal. So this is a moment right now where for feminine, there is an acknowledgement right now and a lot of anxiety, I will point out, towards masculine energy. This would explain some of the uncertainty we see right now with the feminine energy, because it's almost creating what we're seeing, like a moment of doubt in all of the masculine energy. Because even as we saw, while there's new energy coming towards them very fast in a very rapid fashion, there's also some outside issues around masculines that have not stood in their integrity. And this is leading to feminine feeling a moment of doubt around the masculine energy in general, and asking whether it's coming in a positive fashion or if it's coming in a controlling fashion. Hence this anxiety coming to the surface. While for masculine energy right now, this is a point of having to wrestle with one's own sense of control, or whether you feel like you are in control, because we see here you're still feeling this moment of uncertainty, even around coming forward to resolve some things that need to be resolved. And it's this moment of uncertainty and this desire to get this resolution that is just doubling down and creating almost even more degree of a lack of control in terms of how to respond or react going forward from this point. The final card for clarification on today, clarification between a Queen of Wands and an Emperor in its reversal. So a feminine energy that is really standing in its power, coming into a sense of power, but feeling a lot of anxiety right now towards a manifestation of masculine energy, or maybe just all of masculine energy right now, having some anxiety about whether that energy is coming towards them in a controlling fashion or in a supportive fashion. versus a masculine energy right now that is feeling a loss of control and a loss of uncertainty, specifically as it relates to a manifestation of feminine that they feel is rising into their power and is coming into their own and is articulating their wants and needs, but almost feeling a moment of disempowerment as they struggle to connect with this energy. May I please get one card to clarify? Clarification coming right now with the Lovers in its reversal. So this is feeling like a bit of an energetic block in general right now, because what we're really seeing here is there's something about this connection that is calling to mind that there is a point of disharmony around these energies. That with one going forward and it's positive right now, one in its detriment, this is feeling like there is some kind of deep alignment issue with the energies that needs to be addressed. And this is either going to be a point of dissection and addressing today to get the energies back in alignment, or this could be the dissolution of, or paying attention to some connections that need to reach a point of dissolution simply because the energies are not necessarily balanced and are not able to come towards each other in the correct fashion. Bottom of the deck on this reading right now is Four of Pentacles. So everyone to a certain degree, which makes a lot of sense because of this uncertainty that we're feeling in the self with the Nine of Cups, is withholding right now. There's a lot of hermit energy here. There's a lot of pulling the energy back as you decide the next move. And so I feel like a lot of this energy is reflecting that, because everybody's feeling that pullback and they're all responding in kind. That is our daily collective read for the day. I want to thank you so much for being here and experiencing it with me. Just a reminder, if you would like to book a private reading with me, you can book one on my website, graystrega.com. My private readings are done over Zoom with the option of recording sent to you afterwards. And if you're a subscriber to my TikTok, you can take 10% off any of my services when you pay. Just mention your subscriber ID at the point of payment. Please remember also, I will never reach out to you for a reading. You can only book readings via my website. I want to thank you guys so much for being here with me today, and we will do this again tomorrow.